Peace, y'all. It's your homegirl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johnni Demeatri. And we are back and we live on another episode of Urban Grind Radio. You know it's Wednesday, so you know we up here cutting up. We sipping a little tequila and the herbs is in the air. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much about the herbs. I don't know if that's incriminating, but just know that they in the air. And I am with two very special people, but I have to pay homage to one of my favorite young co-hosts to the right of me. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I ain't even gonna do that to you.
Thank y'all. Y'all already know SMG Zello, man, aka Thot Boy Zello. And I wouldn't be good as a host if you ain't help me out. You know, you gotta pay homage. You know.
You already know I appreciate you, and I definitely see your growth. We had a small talk, right before this episode, so I know that you somebody that definitely got a future in this, and all you got to do is get beyond yourself. And I think to the left of me we got somebody that's been helping you. Know what I'm saying? Get beyond yourself. Somebody that's a big dog in the industry right now. You know what I'm saying? That's been killing the game from management to artistry to just all out hustling. You know what I mean? Do you want to introduce him or what's up?
Hey man, y'all should already know who Big Bro is. My favorite man. Big CEO Sinista, man.
Yo, Sinista, what's going on, my boy? How you doing today?
Man, a lot going on, man. I'm doing wonderful as usual.
And you know what? I just kind of want to jump right in this with you because I was eavesdropping on you a little bit earlier.
Oh,
you know what I mean? and I heard you've been hustling for a long time, right?
Yeah, since I can remember.
But the thing that I want to get into is selling cigarettes.
Don't do that, kids. That is not the thing to do. The early 90s was a much different place, I promise you.
Oh, my God.
Cigarettes used to only cost like $3.50.
So selling cigarettes since childhood, but I know at this point you're a much bigger person than that, and you're doing a lot more. So tell the people, a little bit about you when it comes down to being artist management, when it comes down to being an artist yourself, just give me a brief introduction on who you really are.
Well, as y'all know, I'm Thot Boy, manager, label owner, Sinista Music Group. I am Mr. Sinista Entertainer. But I started Sinista Music Group just to stay in the music because I love it so much, And then I was like, I found an artist eventually, and I always been an artist, but I felt I'm starting to get older, and art has always been for young people. Young people are the creators; they always will be the creators. So, I talk my stuff, but my man over here to the right, he like the best thing that probably happened to me as being a label owner.
Don't do that, man.
I see managers / artists will push their artists back because of jealousy or envy, or they just think they outshining them. And I'm gonna let everybody know, can't nobody dim your light. Your light will always shine.
True.
Some shine brighter than yours, but you always still shine, and that should be good enough.
Definitely.
Always try to be the best you, but don't let anybody else's light shine and make yours dimmer.
So I can see that you are a very good manager, and I can tell that y'all have a good relationship based off of how Zello is responding to you. My question to you is, how did your artists turn into artist management?
Like I said, I started Sinista Music Group just to stay in the music, and I've always loved music. Started writing at a very early age. I always been in the books, took poetry in high school, and that's when my artistry started, and it started growing. Hip-hop was the thing. 90s, it was new. I was young. I was like a baby in it, growing up, becoming a man, from early 90s music, and I was there for early 2000 music, so I've been around hearing music, so I know what's good, I know what sounds good, and I could tell who's an artist and who's just doing it just to get paper or just to chase clout. This young man to the right of me, we basically related. We basically related. If anybody don't know, his son is my great nephew.
Okay. So y'all really are. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? his son's actually named after me. So
Sean, Zay Sean.
Yeah, so but I was fresh to Sinista Music Group. He wasn't even 18 yet. He heard me writing a song in the kitchen. I got my laptop open. I got Pro Tools playing. I'm smoking. I got the speakers. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I think I got something to go today. I'm like, all right, cool. I heard him rap before.
Right.
I'm like, man, this kid sounds great. I knew I had something special. Came. We went to my homie, my other brother, Wild Style, to record the song. It's called, it's our very first song we recorded, It Ain't Nothing, which will be coming out shortly. I just keep on pushing it back because he keep on making fire music.
Hey man, some of my tracks even got pushed back over other tracks that was laid crazy, man. So we most definitely trying to put everything out there. We most definitely trying to get everything out there. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, man. You ain't gotta speak like that, man. You know you the backbone to SMG, man.
Yeah, but it's still the truth though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell the truth on here, man. Like he makes my label a whole bunch better than if I was just on that by myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm always a person that I strive to do greatness, man. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the best I can. If he's the best I can, I'm gonna put that forward. I'm not gonna be. I've never been a selfish person. You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure, I like that. And I love y'all relationship right now. I love how y'all are bouncing off of really showing each other love. You know what I'm saying? From artist to manager, from artist to artist. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that's what it's about, and that's a lot of what the music industry is missing. And I feel like that's why you guys will make it to new realms and to new dimensions, because of how y'all really show each other love. You know, clearly the talent is there. Clearly the hustle and the grind and the motivation is there. But sometimes you got to ask yourself, where is the love? And when you show that love, it's like, man, y'all, it's only a matter of time. You know what I mean? So I actually, even though you my co-host for today, I want to have a question for you. Where did you start to trust management? How did you trust him as a manager?
That's the crazy thing, because first off, I went through like 3 other managers before him. So first I started off as my mama. My mama was my main manager. Shout out to my OG. My OG put me everywhere. She was putting me everywhere, like putting me on shirts before I even had a song out. So it was like shout out to my mama. And then when she started getting around the business, she started meeting other managers. And they were showing me the business, and then some of them, they had certain perks into each manager, but let along the way, they started getting like dry. Like it's over time, people relationships get dry depending on like what they there for. You see what they really there for. Yeah. Most of them was really there for, you feel me, money that they thought they was gonna get and stuff like that. But along the way, I technically got ready as soon as after my third manager. I'm like, okay, I need the right manager that I could trust, that I can really put my time into, because I'm tired of wasting time.
For sure.
And it was just so happening that my uncle was right up under my nose the whole time. He was like, man, I got a label, man. He like, man, we could do this for real. And I'm like, oh yeah, most definitely. I'm right behind you the whole way, because the whole time we had already had a bond before the music. Like,
for sure.
We had a bond way before music. So it was like, we put that together, and it was like, oh, we could do this together. And it was like, that's when I really trusted management. Because before that, I really wasn't trusting nobody, because they made it hard for you to trust people when they really think they just going to get something out of you, and something you ain't got, especially.
For sure. So when it comes down to you, Sinista, I basically have the same question. Did you see him as an artist, and it's like, okay, well, I respect your talent, or how he just so, very eloquently, responded to say, okay, well, we had a bond already. You know what I mean? What was it that made you want to say, okay, I choose you as an artist? You can be it niece, nephew, brother, sister. You can choose anybody you want to represent. But what was it specifically about this one person, that made you want to say, okay, I want to represent you as your manager?
So, he's young, and I talk to a lot of young people. I've grown up, I know a lot of things. I know how to be a man first and foremost. I talk to other young men just to see where they head at. He's like one of the only person to hang on to each one of my words, and implement, transition, and change into how he approached certain things, all based off of my advice. You know, and I drop gems to him that people drop to me because I want him to know everything that I know and then some. And then, you know, like you said, we had that bond, and I just have a genuine tendency not to try to mess people over. You know, it's a lot of people out here just for themselves. You know, they think about self first. You got to think about people and their feelings. You know, don't get me wrong. You're supposed to put self first because if you're not taken care of, you can't take care of nobody. But
sure.
You don't have to mess over people. In the meantime, you can just do your thing, and you can grow. You can watch other people grow, and you can see how you help them grow.
For sure. I like that. I like the way that you said that. I wanna know a bit more about you, and when it comes down to, once again, from being an artist to artist management. Obviously, we look up to a lot of people, you know. So I want to know, who do you look up to, and where did you really, where did you really draw from when it comes down to this? Because it's a lot of people, like, of course, the Jay-Z's. One of my personal favorites is Master P. You know, when it comes down from being an artist to an artist manager to just an all-over boss. You know, you got people like Jermaine Dupri. A lot of people who really changed the game, you know. So who do you draw inspiration from when it comes down to this? Like, how did you really realize that this is what you wanted to do, and not outside of Zello and outside of all of the other things? Like, where did you really draw your inspiration from, and who did it really come from?
So, growing up, I love a few things: fast cars, airplanes, and business. You know, so those are the main three things I always draw myself from. My first two major inspirations: my mother. My mother, she's an excellent woman. I love her to death. She's always putting me and my sibling first, and she was a hustler. So watching her hustle, you know, watching her go out and get it and come back what she wanted and not wait on nobody to give it to her was always an inspiration to me. Second person, my father. My father taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to not be so emotional and think logical sometimes, and when things are too much for you, break them down piece by piece, and you will eventually finish what you're doing. You know, and you know, even though me and him are not morning people, we get up early in the morning when we have to take care of certain business. I pride myself on being on time, even for work. I'm always a person that need to be 15 minutes there before, so I can, you know, get my mental day started before I get my day started. You know, and then when it comes to business, man, I've always admired, I didn't not even been real characters, but fictional people too, seeing people go to business and make it. I love those come-up stories. I always wanted to be one of those stories, you know what I'm saying? Of course, growing up, I respect artists who are in businessmen. I do respect Jay-Z and Master P.
Right.
You know, Jay-Z, he showed you what you could do when you think outside the box. Master P just came in straight being on business from day one, showing you how you could come up. You know what I'm saying? He's a major inspiration to me. You know, other figures, you know.
So when it comes down to, okay, I'm gonna put a few people on the table. We got people like, obviously Jay-Z, obviously Master P, Jermaine Dupri, Dr. Dre. Give me one more. Give me one more person.
Big, you know,
Give me one more person that can go, and we gonna make them a top 5. And I want you to put them in order when it comes down to business, artistry. Put them in order. So we got Jermaine Dupri, we got Jay-Z, we got Dr. Dre, and we got Baby. We ain't even gonna take it to Wayne yet. We gonna take it to Baby.
Take the Baby.
Birdman.
You got to respect Birdman hustle.
For sure. So Birdman, Master P, those two New Orleans, right? Birdman, Master P, Jermaine Dupri, Dr. Dre, and Jay-Z. Top 5. Put them in order.
My top 5, of course, foremost, I'm gonna always start with Master P.
For sure. Okay.
I'm starting Master P.
Shout out to P.
Master P, from the beginning, he put the business in his entertainment company or his music company. He just, you know, he make it do what it do. He's who everybody should aspire to be when it comes to business, music industry, or business in general. Of course, Jay-Z, because he's always doing the big deals and coming out on top when it comes to flipping businesses. Jay-Z don't have to see. A lot of people don't realize you're not meant to hold on something for a lifetime. Sometimes some stuff is in your life for briefly Just the Season, and Jay-Z does that when it comes to businesses. You know, he sold the 40/40 Club. He sold his stake in, I think it was his Ace of Spades, which people don't know that he had a stake in that. That's why he was promoting it so hard in his video. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing he do. He promote his stuff, like on his businesses. After those two, I'm gonna give it to Baby.
Okay.
And I say Baby because when he's an actual street level dude that was getting money and applied what he knew to the streets, to the business, and it worked for him. Who else we had? That's three. That's
So it'll be left with Dr. Dre and Jermaine.
And Jermaine Dupri. I'm gonna say Jermaine Dupri before Dr. Dre.
And why?
Dre?
Right, because Dre is like the guy. So
What
I wanna know. Cause I no lie, Zello, I recently just watched a documentary on Jermaine Dupri, and it showed how Jermaine was really the man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. From 106 and Park to putting on for the Brat, you know, somebody from
606
Chicago.
644. That's where I'm from.
Mariah Carey went diamond. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I want you to break that down. I want you to break that down for me.
All right, and I'm gonna break that down because I'm gonna start with Dr. Dre while I'm gonna break it down. Dr. Dre's always basically been a producer. Even though he had a stake in the business, he's basically been, if you think about it, he always had a business partner who was the business part of the business. It was Eazy-E, and then it was Suge Knight. Even with his business, he had somebody that's basically running for him, you know, even though he don't drop records before. That's why I put him last. I respect him as a businessman. You know what I'm saying? I guess technically he still is a billionaire off the sale of beats, but he's more of, to me, if I wanted to name producers, he'd probably be like number one. But businessman, I'm gonna give him the fifth slot.
Okay, that's respect.
And I can't slat on what JD has done. He put other people on. You know, he was pretty much one of the first people to have a successful hip hop career with adolescence, if you wanted to say, you know what I'm saying? Chris Cross.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put the bread on. Like you said, Mariah Carey went dime, you know, and his resume is longer and longer. He had something to do with Usher. You know what I'm saying?
People like Jagged Edge who don't get a lot of credit.
Don't get a lot of credit, man. Man, Jagged Edge is that group.
Yes,
you know
yes, for sure.
I grew up in the era, so I know all, you know what I'm saying, all that music I listened to. So, like I said, I grew up in the early 90s, really, and I was a teenager in the early 2000s. So that music I grew up on, and I've heard it. So, like I said, I know what's good, and then learn the business just from watching. I watch a lot of docuseries sometimes. I watch a lot of TV. I watch stuff that gives me information about other stuff so I can learn.
For sure. Me too. I'm definitely into that. My girl is like, oh, okay, well, this is boring. You want to watch this, or, you know. But she usually get into it because it's like it's really informational and it's good. It's good stuff, you know, and that's how you learn a lot of the music industry and how people can be ripped off, but how people can rip themselves off. So my question to you, or even when it comes down to advice, when you see artists just really mismanaging themselves, it's a lot of sad stories like, oh, well, this didn't happen for me and this didn't happen for me. So it's like you made $1 million off your first album and you blew it, you know, and a lot of people can go into a sad story off of that, right? So when it comes down to that, what's your views and what's your advice to an artist that is sincerely just not doing well with their finances and not with their business? You a businessman. You're not doing well with your business.
Well, as much as I love the artistry, always take care of your business first.
For sure.
Always take care of your business first. Like I said, he hung on every word I said. I told her, first thing when people come to me, oh, can you imagine me? I'm like, okay, do you have your ass cap or you have your BMI?
Yeah, man. Yeah, facts. You gotta have
They were like, no, what's that? I tell them what it is. Do you think they go out and get it? No. I'm like, you need that so you don't get. I'm telling you, you need this so you don't get screwed over. That's not going to benefit me. That's going to benefit you. If I do that, I could put everything you have. I can register my stuff and get all your money, and I give you $1.
Yeah.
I'm not that type. Like I said, I'm not that type of person. I'm genuinely a good person. I like to treat people good because it comes back tenfold on me.
Speaking of that, not to cut y'all off, Viral with me and Sinista. Thought was Viral. Y'all can go watch that, the lyric video. Y'all already know what it is. Then Congru, me and Rio Calyx out. So I ain't even know that, y'all. Y'all go watch that, man.
For sure. For sure. So my next question, I got a question for you too, but my next question for you, if you could choose artistry versus artist management. Now I feel like, now be careful now, because I feel like us as artists is like, man, that's like your baby, your first. You gotta be careful, man.
First love.
You gotta be careful. How Erica say, keep in mind that I'm artist and I'm sensitive about y'all know the rest. But when it comes down to where you are now, obviously you have a pretty good hand in both. You know, so which one would you choose? Would you choose to overall be an artist, you know, and actually make it off your first love, or would you be an artist manager and make it because you know what it feels like to be that type of artist?
A couple of years ago, this answer really would have been different. I promise you would have. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with management because even though I love music, I love being an artist, I love making music. My first love before artistry, it was business. Like I said, I've always wanted to be a businessman. Remember, I've been a hustler, so I can remember.
Right.
And it's like you said, I when I was his age, I wish I had someone like myself, or even the other people that I know that help other people when it comes to this stuff, because we could have been farther along. My thing is, people don't want to help you because they think you're gonna leave it behind. If you in the mix, you in the mix.
For sure.
That's why you stay in the mix, for real. But it most definitely will be management, because I know how I feel to be an artist, and wish somebody could have took me under that wing and push me there, get on top of me. Now you need to go finish that. What time you supposed to be there? You supposed to be there 5 minutes ago. Little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see people succeed, and I feel like I see more people succeed being a manager, being a label owner, versus being an artist.
For sure. So my question to you, Zello, is obviously being an artist under his management, do you see yourself traveling in the same footsteps of saying like, okay, well, somebody took me under his wing, took me under their wing, and now I want to do the same thing? Like, do you feel yourself being an artist manager, or do you see yourself going further as the artist that you already know you are?
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Most people be like, they don't wanna do everything for, like, they wanna be like, I don't wanna do nothing for the money or whatever. Technically, you is doing it for the money, because you need that money to put back into yourself. You can't do nothing without putting back into yourself.
That's a
fact. Most definitely, I look further along the growing and being the more of. He already been teaching me. He already been teaching me everything that he know within the back of, like, I see what he do to me. So what he do to me, that's all I gotta do to them. That's all I gotta do. Even if it's a different approach, it's just the same getting on them and basically showing that it's a person that care if they make it or not, if they succeed or not. And that's what he basically do. So yeah, along the way, I'm most definitely gonna have people that I help try to get to, like, be bigger than me. Probably that's what I really want.
Sure.
I want somebody to be bigger than me, not like, oh, I got to be the person that's in front all the time. Nah, it don't work like that.
That's crazy, because that's exactly how I feel. I want somebody to be bigger than me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
definitely love y'all energy, and I love y'all relationship with each other right now. It's really feeding. I'm somebody, I love black men. I got a girlfriend.
That's a wonderful
but
thing.
I love black men, and I love when black men can love on each other and actually give each other accolades and stuff like that, and I wish that we can keep going and going and going, but y'all know how I feel about Johnny. Johnny done recruited Gina to start tapping on. Oh my God! So we ain't even gonna go into it. But look! I got one more question, and I gotta get in your business, right?
Oh yeah.
Is you married, single, in a relationship, or is you just doing it? Tell the truth. Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
is you married, right single, in a relationship, or is you just doing it?
You gotta do it right now.
And tell the truth.
I'm finna pull an August Alstina. You going against the grain right now. I'm gonna say I'm in love.
Ah,
Okay.
that's what I'm
I'm
talking
gonna say I'm
about.
in love. That's how you get around that question. I'm in love.
So shout them out. You ain't it. If you in love, shout them out.
See, I'm my own worst enemy. I just shouldn't just never just let you know I got away with that. First and foremost, my first love ever in life. This is the person I love, and it's me. I'm in love with me, y'all. So I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the game, and I love people. You can't never go wrong with that.
I can't even knock you on that. So look, Sinista, tell these people what you got going on, what you got coming up, where they can follow you. Just tell them all about you.
Hopefully, if Zello start making fire music, I could drop some of my stuff. Sir, I don't know who he think he is, but I got no options for them to get ready to drop. I got It Ain't Nothing, video shoot that I actually pushed back for the concrete video finna get ready to go down. I got another single dropping right before Valentine's Day. It's called So Nice featuring Thot Zello. So is It Ain't Nothing.
Yeah.
And a lot more stuff. And Zello, he got a whole EP coming out.
Me and Real Calix got an EP coming out, dropping some.
You know, they was working on that before they came to this. They was at the other studio working there before they came to this studio. So shout out to the work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Other than that, man, I'm just always looking for talent, looking to help people out, man. If you want to get help, get at me.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at sinistermusicgroup.com. You can email me straight from that website, or you can just email me at sinistermusiclabel@gmail.com, or you can reach me on IG and Twitter at sinistermusic, or Facebook at Sinister Music Group.
For
Y'all
sure.
If y'all can't find, him, y'all can y'all trying to get in touch with him, y'all can come to me too, you feel me? TV_Zello, Zay on Facebook, Thot Zello on Facebook, Thot Zello on TikTok, on everything, Thot Zello.
For sure. Well, y'all know it's been another wonderful episode of Urban Grind Radio with two beautiful black men, and it's a black woman in between, so y'all can show me
a beautiful black woman, a gorgeous melanated queen.
Cause I got my hair done today, so that's my thing.
It always make you feel good, don't it?
Yes, for sure. But once again, it's Urban Grind Radio, Urban Grind TV. It's Wednesday. It's your homegirl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johnni Demeatri, and we are here, but we are out.
SMG.
Peace, SMG. Yo, what up? It's your boy from Sinister Music Group, man. Mr. Sinister the Entertainer, I am, and you listening to Urban Grind Radio.